second episode of Green Wave Baking. I'm your host, Drew Flaherty, and today we are making some 3-ingredient elephant ear pastries with cinnamon and sugar. Let's get into it. First, we are going to preheat our oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and then we're gonna make our cinnamon sugar mix. I'm making 2 sets right here. So these are gonna be doubled. So if you're making one, cut them in half. It's gonna be 2 cups of sugar and 4 teaspoons of cinnamon. Once you've added everything into a bowl, you can get it evenly mixed. I'm using a whisk, you can use whatever you want. But just make sure it's an even color, an even light brown color. You can see here how it's a even light brown color all the way through. You can mix it, it's all the same color. The next step is to take your cinnamon sugar, take about half, and sprinkle it onto your laid out sheet of parchment paper. The puff pastry will pick up all of this and have it be evenly coated on both sides when it's finished. Next, we are going to take our thawed out puff pastry and lay it down onto here, onto our cinnamon sugar. It is important you let your puff pastry thaw out, because if you unfold it while it's still cold, it'll snap in half. And now we are going to use our rolling pin to roll out the puff pastry until it's about 1 inch thicker on each side. And then we're going to cover them in our cinnamon sugar. Once you have your puff pastry rolled out, we're going to come back to the cinnamon and sugar, and we're just gonna evenly coat the surface of the puff pastry with a nice generous coating of cinnamon and sugar. Make sure it's all nice and even. Also, don't feel like you have to use all of your cinnamon and sugar. The next step is to find the middle of your puff pastry and make 2 folds. So one there and one there. And then do the same for the other side. And then once you have 2 of these, you go like that. You can move it onto your baking sheet with parchment paper on it. Again for the other one. Once you have your rolls of cinnamon and puff pastry, you are going to slice them into about a little less than an inch thick pieces, and then lay them out all flat to be put in the oven. And also, I greatly overestimated the amount of cinnamon sugar you needed, so you can take the ratios and cut it in half, I don't know. Once you've cut your roll into slices, you can start to lay out the elephant ears into, or you can lay them out flat in rows, giving equal spacing to be put in the oven. Finally, we are going to put the elephant ears in the oven at 400 degrees for 6 to 8 minutes. And then after that, you can take out the baking sheet, rotate it, put it back in for another 6 to 8 minutes, and then they should be done. Once the 6 to 8 minutes have passed, you can take out the tray, rotate it around, and put it back in. And once they are ready, you can take them out of the oven and let them sit until they're cooled, and then try them.